A new book called The Girl in the Middle. It's a true story about a childhood spent sort of straddling two very different worlds, living in social housing, kind of poverty, really, sharing a mattress in a single room with her mom during the week, then weekends with her grandparents in a comparative mansion on the Tony bridle path. But it wasn't until Anaya Skronowski landed a role on the TV show Degrassi Junior High that she sort of found a third world, carving out her own identity and artistic voice. And we welcome producer, director, actress, now author of The Girl in the Middle, Anaya Skronowski, to CP24 Breakfast. Good morning.
Good morning, George.
This story, it's uncommon and it's really gripping. Were you, even as a kid, were you kind of the bridge for your families, I mean, between these two worlds? Or was there much connection and intersection and communication outside of your caretaking within that world?
No, there really wasn't a bridge. You know, they were very, very divided, those two worlds. And so it really was where you would change kind of who you were from one world to the next. So there wasn't much of a bridge, I would say, with my dad, who was also a third world, on communes and living that life as well. So not much of a bridge between those worlds. Very, very different, but each of them kind of beautiful and unique and fascinating, and places that I had to kind of form who I was in each of those worlds.
And as a kid, before you kind of had a working knowledge of what they call nature versus nurture, and now looking back, did you sort of have to change and adapt your behavior to fit into the adult worlds? What you thought the grown-ups were maybe expecting of you as a kid?
Oh, absolutely. And I think kids do that all the time, you without even being told. I mean, it was just understood that different things were expected from you in different worlds. So you didn't even have to, there was no roadmap. You just kind of felt out what was happening at the time. And I think I wrote in the book, with my mom, it was sort of wild, and with my dad too, in that amazing world of communes and in his world as well. And then you had to kind of switch that up when I was with my grandparents. But it was actually an amazing way to get ready for acting, which of course I didn't know at the time, and it really helped me as I got older.
And when you talk about showbiz, so it was somewhat of an escape as well. But was it in your DNA from the jump, or did your family kind of nudge you into this?
Oh, no. My family had no connection to acting. There was no connection at all. In fact, an incredible teacher of mine just sort of mentioned that Owl TV was looking for a few kids, a few kind of loudmouth kids, and I was one of those kids. So I started up with Owl TV just through my teacher. And then that moved on to, I was working with the director of what was then Kids of Degrassi, great director named Kit Hood. And he said to me, we're looking for a few kids. We're starting this new show. You seem like you'd be into it. So I then went on to that. So it was really just a happenstance, good luck, and a few people looking out for me. But there was really no background in acting in my family. But I shouldn't say that, actually. My dad was really into acting when he was younger, and he actually was part of he was down in New York and did a lot of theater in New York, but not television, not film.
And you weren't a showbiz brat or a showbiz kid per se.
Well, definitely a showbiz brat.
Well,
I mean, I started when I was 10.
Well, once you started, of your own volition. Look, Anaya, your life is frankly cinematic. It's a great read. It's a great story on the page. But this is in development too, right? To be something visual.
It is, yeah. I mean, it is a really cinematic story, as you said. You have the kind of the bridal path. You've got, and then low-income housing, which was really beautiful in its own way. Growing up, I had friends, and my mom kept lots of people around us, and so there's really a beauty in all of these worlds. So yeah, there's more in the works with this story for sure.
Anaya Skronowski, we thank you so much for your time. The Girl in the Middle is the book. Keep writing more stories. We look forward to them, okay?
Great to talk with you.
Likewise. All right, time for headlines now.